You think that I'm telling you that I know God, so I have to prove it. If you go along that line, you get nothing out of me. You know. So let us be very clear about these videos and why I'm putting it out there and why I'm doing all these things. There are things that have really caught my attention, things that have made me more conscious of myself, and has made me thought things through. And I'm afraid that if I was in any situation and it happens again, probably know how to do. I want to be the same person that I was. In fact, I look forward if that can happen again. I will not be the same person that I was. Those errors won't happen. I'll be different now. And I'm sure it will be different to whatever it is that might tempt or do anything of that nature. And right now, may the good living God grant me the strength. May He prove Himself. May He be God. May He be God as He is. May I know more of whatever it is that I know. And may He show and reflect as I know Him to be. Not as I have known Him necessarily, but as He already is, that I have known of Him. It also confirms that what I know of Him is actually in order, and that He has no offense of that. It sort of also gives me that pride that I need. So may He be, if He is He, then that is one good grounds that I have made. Because I know that both human beings, we all have, through the science research and all that, we know that we all have female and male attributes in us. Both the females have got male and female attributes in them. Now, if they have more of the female, it sort of reflects, and that was make them come out to become females. And if you have more of a male organism or male, chromosomes and whatever, you then turn out to become a male. So a male and a female, they both have those, mother side, father side, whatever it is. But if the X is more, then that determines what you will become. And if YX is more, that determines what you become, the outcome. So due to this, we know that I sitting here have got reflection of all some things from a female part and a male part that makes me, but I'm more dominant of a male. That is why I am looking a male. I have male characters and male reflections and everything. That doesn't mean I have nothing of a female. So also are females having the same thing. Due to the science, these things are clear and we understand that. So is God the same? Maybe God has got male side and female side. Sometimes we like to call God he. That's the reason why I'm saying all this. To sort of show that from what I know of God, I give Him the he, because for one to do all these great things, he must be a he, not a she. His power must be of a manly physique nature, not a she. If she, doesn't mean that he hasn't got a she attribute. He's got a she attribute because He formed us and He made us. And it also doesn't mean that we are necessarily in His image, looking like Him. Maybe he's a different looks or different. If He was to show Himself, He's different from us. I know Him in a sense of a characteristics basis, not know Him like knowing my friend, or knowing my wife, or knowing my girlfriend, or no. I know Him spiritually in a characteristic basis. His power, His abilities, His unlimited ability, His power. I have given my mind or my faith, or in the sense of everything, including myself, that exists, to His ideals or to His rule or his power that I believe it is his already. But the knowledge of me realizing that I need a beginning, I give those things to say that he is the beginning of me, you know. And so everything I see around me, anything that I have admired so much, that I depend on and all that, is from him, from his hand. And whether the Bible tells me that there was water there already, there was sand there was ground there, and he was shaping things and whatever it is. Since I can prove the Bible is the same manner, since I can prove it to be the God's word or be true, that I have no right to go and declare it to anybody. It will be silly of me. Since I have not been able to prove that the Quran is God's word or Allah's word or anything. I have no right to go declaring it. The only right I have to study it, to make sense of it, related to my life, personally, you know, but not necessarily going out there and saying that it is so because the book says so. Whatever the book says, it has to prove that it is coming from so and so that based on that, I will not get it wrong. We may be doing all these things, and all that we're doing is very much resented by the Spirit. But the thing is, since you do that and you don't get problems, you probably think then God likes it. But you probably will be wrong thinking that God admire what you do or anything. No, it's not that here nor there, because there are so many things that we do in our life that are bad. We know even ourselves that are bad, that God has not. Even we know it's bad. And then that means God will also know it's bad, but yet nothing happens. So don't expect yourself that things should happen to you. Don't expect yourself that, hey, whatever it is that you believe, that is the final thing. Whatever you've known or you become, you really have to look again and think it through. You're probably not so. You know, you're probably different. You discover that this is not really the right thing. And that is the situation. That is what really happens. You know, I have to put it this way because my experience has taught me a lot. It may be in a short moments, a couple of months, whatever, or a couple of years, but it has taught me a lot. It has made me to give me that awareness. It has made me become confident to know that if I was afraid of the book, if I was used to kiss the Bible and say, hey, this is God's word, if I kiss it, then I'll be okay. If I used to put it under my pillow to sleep thinking that I would have the sense of protection, now I know better. And I'm proving it every day to you out there. And I will keep on catching the video. Just browse you when you have time. At your any free time, 10 minutes, 30 minutes. Just a short video, so you can gradually be, listening to them and see and say, wow, this guy has got something that he's pulling out. Bringing our attention to something. I'm sure you will. You will then get a gist of what I'm trying to say, because it may be simple and funny. It may be uninteresting with no music background and all that. But it doesn't matter. Your interest is what matters. I am a music fan. I do like music and dance and all that. But these things are serious issues. God and spiritual things are serious issues. You can look back on them. You can't just sit there and let it drown you and not know. They are serious issues that we have forgone. We've, let it deceive us for so long. And I feel that it is necessary to know. Because if I look and that you fell into that ditch and I didn't tell you that there was a ditch, sometimes there's that guilt that happens. And I don't want to be alone. But this is a call out of for you to be your individual person that you are, the human that you are, I mean, not the clothes that you wear that makes you look a gentleman or makes you look like a pastor or a reverend, or make you look like some great mathematician or some great, scientist. No, that is not it. The naked man that you are, the naked woman that you are, that is what I need you to